In this video, we are going to be talking about tonight's primaries, the Super Tuesday primaries, second Super Tuesday primaries that is, and we're going to get right into today's video. Now we're going to be starting with the state of Arkansas, and then Alabama, work our way to Georgia, and the Texas runoffs. Starting with the Republican primary for governor in the state of Arkansas. It was pretty obvious Sarah Huckabee Sanders was going to win the Republican primary. She garnered 83% of the vote. For U.S. Senate, John Boozman got a lot of hatred from the Trumpian wing of the Republican Party due to his refusal to overturn the election results, and there were a couple of more conservative mega challengers to him. He has now been declared the winner. In the state of Arkansas, you do need over 50% of the vote to be declared a winner. He is at 58.1% of the vote. The districts here, there isn't really anything super substantial. Going to Alabama, though, we have some more interesting elections. The United States Senate, also in the state of Alabama, also in the South, you do also need 50% of the vote, and Katie Britt has failed to gain 50%, according to the Associated Press. Katie Britt is at 45.2% of the vote. I think they just called it for that this race will go to a runoff between Katie Britt and Mo Brooks. Katie Britt basically won across the state, though Mo Brooks is currently leading in Shelby County, Blart County, and a few of these counties in which he is the representative, I believe, in this district. That's why he's winning a couple of these counties. Look at the results. This shouldn't have been super surprising to most people. But in the runoff, it looks like Katie Britt is likely going to win against Mo Brooks. Now going to the Republican race, also somewhat similar to the other race here in the state of Arkansas with John Boozman. KIV has also got a lot of crap from the GOP, from the more Trumpian wing of the party that does not want KIV. That being said, she has been able to win with over 50%. That is 55% of the votes. So yeah, that ends the state of Alabama. Now we're going to make our way to the state of Georgia. Georgia Brian Kemp has easily defeated David Perdue on this primary with over 1.1 million votes already counted in the state of Georgia, with David Perdue severely underperforming the expectations, while Brian Kemp doing very well compared to the expectations as well, winning every single county. Going to the U.S. Senate, though, Herschel Walker also able to win this race with 68.6% of the vote, avoiding a potential runoff here. And for the Democratic primary, Raphael Warnock easily won the primary. Now, here's what gets interesting. In the Attorney General race, you also, for the state of Georgia, also a sovereign state, you need over 50% in order to avoid a runoff. Brad Raffensperger is only getting 51.9% of the vote, so he could drop under 50%, though given that it is over 95% reported, that looks quite unlikely. Now for the Democratic primary here, I have already called this race. This race will go to a primary according to my projections. B. Nguyen and D. Dawkins. I'm not sure how to pronounce his or her name, but these two people will likely face off in a primary. I think B. Nguyen will be able to win this race, as he has garnered 43% of the vote. That is a very impressive margin here. So yeah. Outside of lead, again, most of the Democratic vote is definitely coming from Atlanta. Now for the Attorney General, Chris Carr was able to win the Democratic primary, also pretty solid for one of the front runners. Now going to the Texas primary runoffs, we had Ken Paxton, who was a conservative, indicted on charges, I believe, on criminal charges, and a ultra-conservative incumbent, as it says right here, but George P. Bush had a very uphill battle. He was able to win in Austin, with 90% of the vote in there. He is able to do pretty well, in some of the Hispanic areas, but it looks like that Ken Paxton, as the incumbent, was able to easily still cruise to re-election. Well, for Democratic primary runoff, Joshua Garza, which I believe actually got second place in that last primary. In the initial primary, defeat Joe Jowski by a pretty comfortable margin. Mike Collier was able to defeat Michelle Berkeley, but the county maps does look quite divided. Anyway, Christian, as a road commissioner, was able to win. Now, what's the most interesting election to Texas? I'd argue the 28th district on the House of Representatives. The Republican primary did go to Cassie Garcia, as most people expected. I did expect this result, and yeah. But on the Democratic primary, this race is ultra competitive with basically 90% of the vote in. This race is still super tight at this point. Henry Cuellar leading Jessica Cisneros, the progressive. Henry Cuellar, the moderate, actually his home got raided by the FBI. That is why this race is so close. And looking at where the votes are remaining, most of those votes are going to favor, I believe, it's going to likely favor Henry Cuellar, but there is still a significant portion of the vote from Bexar County, which is San Antonio, where San Antonio is located. There's still about 1,200 votes from San Antonio, about 1,200 to about 1,500. The areas that Henry Cuellar are likely going to make up a significant portion of the vote, that will be the area of Starr County. Starr County, there's still estimated to be another 1,000 votes from the county of Starr. That should give Henry Cuellar a margin of about 80 to 20. So in the end, I do think that Henry Cuellar will be able to win, but this race will be, as you probably would expect, a really contested race right here. So that ends this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye!